Hello everybody, this is Ben Hansen from MinnMax. MinnMax is a Patreon about games, friends, and getting better. And it is that, and it exists because of you. It exists because of people like you watching, listening, going to Patreon and supporting us. Thank you so much. We are at the year mark. We have hit 1 year, the 1 year anniversary for MinnMax, and so we wanted to just say thank you for all of the support throughout the last year. It's been incredible. It has been a wild year, a surreal year, and I hope that MinnMax has lived up to the idea of being a bastion of positivity in a sometimes dark place. The Discord in particular, which you get access to if you support us on Patreon at any tier, has been amazing. It is such a welcoming, positive community. I want to thank everybody in there, all of our mods in the Discord for doing an incredible job creating a place where people can get away from the internet and doom scrolling and just have this positive sliver of people that love games, that want to get together, play games together, share their streams together, create art together, get better together. But there's a whole Better Quest community in that Discord. Yes, we've streamed a lot of games, we've had a lot of reaction videos, but I really think we've built something special here together. Something that's a little bit different, something that's a little more heartfelt, honest, sweet, with a core mission on improving or min-maxing our lives. And that's all thanks to you.
Hey everybody, it's Jeff from here with Sleeping Baby Kai, who is currently wearing his skinned wampa pelt and completely passed out. But we just wanted to take a moment to say thank you for all of your support throughout the entire year. It has been a totally crazy year, especially with all the deep dives that we've done and the goatee hunts and all of the insane quizzes that you guys come up with for every podcast, which is super awesome. We've just had a blast this year and we're looking forward to the next year, so thank you for all your support. Bye.
Obviously, there's the MinnMax Show podcast, our flagship podcast. It's continued to grow throughout the last year. Thanks to everybody spreading the word. With the MinnMax Show podcast, because of your support, we're able to hire some of my favorite composers from the video game industry to write the music for it. We have Grant Kirkhope. He wrote the outro for the MinnMax Show, and then the intro was composed by Chris Tilton. And you'll notice this refrain, but thanks to your support, we're able to bring on Jeff Wiggins, the graphic designer, to give MinnMax an official logo, get rid of that old crappy green one, and actually give a whole visual style to us. Then we were able to hire Aiden Walker to create the awesome intro to the MinnMax Show. Thank you, Aiden. We launched MinnMax with a show called The Deepest Dive, which is the best, most thorough discussion about games on the internet. I'm incredibly proud of the conversations we've had on The Deepest Dive. I really do think that they are some incredible conversations about these games, and they are the best, most thorough discussions about these games on the internet. So far, we've covered The Outer Worlds, Chrono Trigger, Animal Crossing, Final Fantasy VII Remake, What Remains of Edith Finch, Last of Us Part 2, Halo 1, Super Mario 64, and The Thing for the first cross-media Deepest Dive. Thanks to everybody that supports us on Patreon and submits a comment for us to read on the show, or has just unlocked the podcast version of the Deepest Dive at that $5 tier. Also, I wanted to thank all of the guests that we've had on the Deepest Dives, on the MinnMax Show. We've had so many people volunteer their time, and it's been really, really generous of them to help contribute to MinnMax's success in a big way.
Hi, everyone. Pikachu and I are just taking a moment here to thank you for all the support that you've shown us. We are celebrating 1 year. That's incredible. I can't believe it's only been 1 year, because thanks to your support, MinnMax has grown into like such a large network in that short period of time and has been able to add on folks like me and my show Refreshed. The constant and consistent generosity of this community continues to astound me. So thank you so much. And I look forward to getting to know the community even better as time goes on.
We've held several charity drives so far here at MinnMax. Together, we raised over $3,400 to buy toys and games for kids stuck in the hospital over the holidays. That was amazing. It went along with a big group celebration at Bauhaus Brewery in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where we're based out of. And after George Floyd's murder, the community rallied in a huge way and raised over $17,000 to help rebuild North Minneapolis. Mind-boggling. Thank you so much, everybody. We've also raised thousands of dollars for New Vision Foundation, which is an immigrant-led nonprofit in the Twin Cities here, whose mission is to teach disadvantaged kids in Minneapolis how to code. And that was partnered with the release of our first documentary about the origins of the Oregon Trail video game, going back to 1971. I really had a great time editing that documentary, and I like showing that, hey, this is what we're capable of. If the community wants more documentaries from MinnMax in the future, we're happy to make it. We're here to make the content that you want. It makes me fall in love with the idea of being independent over and over and over again. There's no one to tell us what to do. We're here for you. We want to listen to the community. We want to work with the community to figure out what works, what doesn't, what to add, what to remove. It's been a great collaboration so far, and it's so clean and good. There's no middleman in the way. It's us and you, and it's fueled by your generosity on Patreon, and it's amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hey, MinnMaxers. It's been a year. We still don't really know what to call everyone, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm super thankful that you guys are sticking around and supporting us and making MinnMax amazing. And as far as my favorite things to do, I just love being on the podcast week to week. It's been awesome to just have an excuse to chat with Jeffem and Hansen and Cyril and Anna and anyone else that Hansen drags into this thing with us. And, you know, I just wanted to say thanks. It's been a year. It's been a great year. Hopefully many more years. Thank you so much.
We have added a show called Better Quest with Jeff Cork. Thanks to your support with Better Quest, it's a show all about getting better together. It's about setting community goals and holding each other accountable for getting better each and every month. It's been a blast. I've gotten into meditation, weightlifting, running. I sent out friendship surveys. Everybody's getting better, and it's so heartening to go into the Discord in particular and see people discussing ways to get better, their running routine, how much weight they've lost so far. When a third of MinnMax's mission is about getting better, I think Better Quest is the best example of how that's happening on a community level. Also, thanks to your support, at some point this year, we were able to add Crossfade, our music podcast hosted by the one and only Matt Helgeson, formerly the host of the Game Informer Show podcast, and produced by Jason Daphnis. We brought them on board, and every episode of Crossfade, our music podcast, has two people randomly choosing an album. Not randomly, they choose one of their favorite albums for the other person to review. And then it's the comparison of those two albums. It's a really fascinating look at music from some very, very smart voices. So please check out Crossfade, subscribe on your favorite podcast app. It's in a standalone podcast feed.
Hey, what's up, MinnMaxers? Thanks for all the support on Patreon. I know that funding new endeavors and entering new worlds and stuff, helping people enter new worlds is very difficult. So I really appreciate everyone doing their part to help independent media grow. It's a really nice endeavor. We couldn't do any of this without you. So now I think that everything has to really get to the next level, and we really hope and that you guys continue to support us as we go and do just so much more in the future. Thanks again, everybody. Bye. And I think the camera was this way.
If you've enjoyed any of our content in the last year, it'd be great to send a thank you our way by supporting us at Patreon. Try us at any tier. Try us, please. And you can get access to the Discord. And the Discord, I know, is confusing or off-putting to some of you, but it's just a great place to hang out and talk with some friendly folks about video games. So please check that out. Let me know if you have any questions. Obviously, if you support us at that bigger tier and you want an image on the wall of heroes, rotating image slideshow on every video we produce, or you want us to plug your stuff on the MinnMax Show podcast, those tiers are available. We'd be happy to talk to you about any questions you might have about the whole process here. And we want to thank all of our supporters at the $400 level on the podcast, including I Am 8-Bit, who has been an amazing partner so far. Every week, they've just been shipping out amazing prizes from their online store to people that contribute great questions to the podcast. It's unbelievably generous of them for both supporting us and for supporting the community in such a direct way. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody who has had an ad read on the podcast. We've had some incredible interviews so far with some incredible guests like Sid Meier. Shane Kim came out of retirement to do an interview, the former head of Xbox. I think there's a lot of insight in those interviews, so thanks to everybody who supported us to allow those to happen, and you can unlock those at the $5 tier on Patreon. There's the Great Goatee Hunt, which is our weekly stream to try and find the best game of the year, which I used to run and now is hosted by Leo Vader, because thanks to your support, Leo Vader has joined us. In addition to doing the Great Goatee Hunt and appearing on the podcast, he also has his own video essay series, Watch Later, which has been a lot of fun.
Hey guys, this is an ASMR thank you for supporting MinnMax over this past year. It's been really cool to be on board, and obviously that wouldn't have happened without you guys supporting us to the point where they can afford to bring me on and have me make those wonderful video essays that I love to make and make with you in our Backstage Pass tier. I think my favorite one has got to be the Watch Dogs Legion one, where I got to do that terrible voice that lost us so many subscribers. That was a real treat. And know that the real ones, the patrons, would be with us through it all. Even if I did every video from now on in that voice, I know you would just give us more money. So that's been fulfilling. Thank you so much. Happy New Year.
At a certain point, we revamped our $10 tier on Patreon to be the Backstage Pass tier, so you can watch us record all of our shows live with exclusive pre-show, post-show discussions. Also, you can watch Leo Vader edit all of his Watch Later video series, which I think is just an incredible opportunity if you want to learn about editing video or just hang out with Leo for hours and hours. I think it's a really cool opportunity. People in the Backstage Pass also get to vote on thumbnails that we use on YouTube, get behind-the-scenes looks at all of the notes we use for all of our podcasts. It's just a cool techie area if you want to look behind the scenes of MinnMax. Also, we recently posted the audio discussions that were our first actual meetings for MinnMax, so if you want the most behind-the-scenes look possible, it's at that $10 Backstage Pass tier. Also, just a nice way to support us in general. I think one of the best ways for us to stay in touch with the community is our Patreon exclusive podcast, MinnFacts, which airs every single Monday, and it is Patreon exclusive, so if you support us at that $5 tier, you unlock the exclusive podcast feed. And at that exclusive podcast feed, you get the audio versions of The Deepest Dive, interviews, Refreshed with Ana Diaz, early access to the MinnMax show, early access to Leo Vader's Watch Later, a lot of bonus stuff, including MinnFacts, which is everybody at that $20 tier. Every Monday, we all just talk about different options, the path forward with MinnMax, what we think about this aspect here, what we can do better. And then at the end of every month, the last Sunday of every month, we have the call-in episode of MinnFacts, where people can actually call in and ask us anything they want. Again, we cannot thank you enough. MinnMax is a fragile little thing that's being supported by the goodwill of the community and by your support, your views. Even if you don't support us yet on Patreon, we appreciate you watching our content, listening to our content. We need folks like you to help spread the word about what MinnMax is and maybe why you like it. Any help on that front is appreciated. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been a hell of a year.
Content like this is supported by the community on patreon.com/MinnMax.
And if you continue to support us and you're here long enough, you can even eventually hear me talk about Breath of the Wild 2.
Check us out. Thank you so much.